right, so Sunday, August 27th. This is part two of two, right, for a Sunday Taichi. More the Qigong side. We do uh, some of the Taichi for health, and we can just play a little bit more, understand. So we're gonna take a break. So yeah, I want to review this and talk about what I was seeing in the Thursday video that I posted from Papa Kulea. It includes a lot of things, so I want to review a lot of those things. But my emphasis that day was, and that'll be the emphasis for this right now, is that in the movements, every movement should have a purpose, right? Every movement should be valuable. And as you study them, if it's not valuable, take it out, right? Let the system and your practice evolve and improve. So don't just keep it because it's there, right? It has to have a purpose. It has to be useful. You find something better, go ahead and replace it. So from the beginning, everything you do has a purpose. And the more you understand and the more useful one movement is, the more one movement does for you, the more skills it has, uh, and the more profound the movement becomes. So just the gathering from the beginning, right? Balancing, touching the ankles, stimulating the kidney points, and allowing, relaxing. We're practicing Sung from the very beginning. So Sung, relaxing while we're doing something, allowing the joints to open and close. So from the beginning, learning to let go, relax, letting the bottom of the feet relax, letting all the joints go, everything go, not having that resistance, and coordinating the breath and connecting with the chi from above and below and flowing it through the body. And so if you want, even the knees could touch as you come down, and that stimulates a flow of energy. So that initial gathering of releasing, and there's a nice little exhale, right? And then aligning and coming up, breathing in, allowing everything to stretch and expand, allowing the mind to go up into the heavens, and then sinking and flowing the chi down through the body, cycling from the back through the front, displacing the earth chi. So there's coordination of breathing. There's just the basic relaxing. There's flushing all the meridians, the central channel. There's feeling for the chi, feeling for that energy and coordinating when it fills the body. So as you breathe in, even my heels come up a little bit. Allow everything to stretch and then fall back into place. And then when do I stand? I stand when I can feel the whole body fill up and connect. And I can feel how the palms help me to rise. So it could be at any place. It's when you decide that you're going to just lightly flex all the muscles and connect, and you decide when you're going to rise, and that feeling, that full feeling of the body. One more time, like relaxing first, and then connecting, and then pumping the chi down, and gently flexing the muscles so the palms help you to rise. Seconds anywhere where you decide that's going to happen. So you're looking for that feeling. When you finish, then you just drop your hands, breathe in and stretch a little, and so when you exhale, you let everything go, and that's your perfect height, right? So just doing this first initial gathering, that's your initial warm-up. You're gently stretching, right? You're just starting that gentle stretch, expansion, coordinating mind and breath and body, leading with the E, practicing the Qigong of leading with the E, the Qi follows the E, the blood follows the Qi, right? Coordinating hands and feet and feeling for that, learning to let go, and then moving the Qi through the whole body, right? Flushing. And then to open. So if we're doing, say, Yang style or Chen style, right, they would open to here. And they tend to open up the left foot, so we open up the left foot. So to free one leg, right, we have to shift, of course, get all the weight on one leg, and we have to fold, and we have to fold. We have to let this fold, so let the body turn. Right? So we're stepping out to your left. Right? So we have to let this fold. Right? I have to let this fold. And you can see I don't force my body upright. If I force my body upright, my knees tend to come forward. Right? I have to let this fold. And you can think of it as just the beginning, right? The beginning movement, right? Learn to let this fold first. Eventually, this will become more upright as you learn to manipulate and shift your body. So first learn to let this fold, and then let this turn. So as you shift to one side, you pull the spine, and let this turn, let it sit. So as you shift and let this sit, you can see my knee coming out and my heel coming up. Right? So I fold, and I relax and let this turn and shift. My knee releases, my heel comes up, right? And then I can pump it up, and then I can step. In our Sun set, what we're doing is we're not stepping yet. Right? We have this 45 degree set, but same thing. We want to fold, we want to shift and let this turn, right? And I'll keep the knee back. We don't want the knee forward. Want it back. We want to feel inside. Not the whole muscle tense, but the inside will tense. Right? And as we sink, you can feel the heel let go. But instead of picking it up, we use that to pivot 45. And then we shift and we learn to fold to free this leg in 45. And then we come back to center and then rise and push the knee back a little bit. Not too much, right? Don't force it, but just to stretch and release. So, and then that's our perfect height. Oh, I forgot in the beginning, as we're doing this one, right? Just that first preparation, as you come up, it takes some time to push the knees back. So from here, as you're rising, just gently push the knees back to stretch the back of the leg. So we have that warm up. Yeah, we really neglect stretching the back, and it's not pushing it, it's not forcing it back to lock, not forcing it back to hyperextend, but just pressing back just enough so you can feel the stretch. So by the time we get ready to do our main exercises, our main warm-ups, the set, right? The leg muscle has relaxed a little bit, right? We've already kind of loosened up all the joints a little bit, gotten everything working. If it's really stiff, do a few more repetitions, whatever you need. Okay. So again, to open up for our Sun set, right? The hands are just falling. See, they're not at the side like this. They fall forward, right about that 45, gently touching. Right? You have to sink. You have to shift to your right and allow this joint to turn and fold. And then the left foot can open. Then shift to the left. Allow this joint to turn and fold, right? And rest. The right foot will be free. Your right foot will be free, and then you can open and then rise. Gently push the knees back, and then So practicing all these things in every movement. Right? If you don't have time to do all those warm-ups and everything, when you do the set, you still want to practice all of these things. If you have time, you can break it apart. Just practice the preparation, just practicing the opening movement. So my back to you. Right? So we're going the same direction. Right? If we're beginning, I would sink, exhale, and then come up and stretch, and then come down, let everything settle. If I'm only doing it one time, I'm going to rise, right? Push the knees back, stretch the back of the legs, and And I'm going to shift to my right to release my left, so my left can go 45. And I shift to my left, and then let it turn and fold. My right leg can open, then turn back to center, and then rise. I can breathe in, stretch the back of the leg a little bit, and from here. So then the next part, we're really breaking it down, putting all of these skills inside, making every movement valuable. So the next part, we're gonna take one step up with your left foot, same side as me, right? One step up, and then the right foot has to catch up, and we want it the same pace, but we don't want to get obsessed about where to step. It's we turn, you're gonna step almost exactly in the right place, and you can make small little changes in how you feel. So it's the same thing, right? To step up with your left foot, we have to free this leg. So we have to shift, of course, to your right. Shift to your right. Allow this to turn. Allow this to fold and just drop into place. Then the heel will lift. Right? Then the heel can pick up, and it just unfolds. Right? So from the side, and I turn. As I turn and sit into here, right? This comes back. The heel releases. Pick the knee straight up and just let it unfold and drop the whole leg down. It's a small step, right? And then you can shift. Then to free the other leg, I have to turn. I have to let this fold and sit. That leg is free. I just pick it straight up and I let it unfold. And it's just about perfect. I'm not going to get picky about small little changes. Just about perfect. See? And right now I'm only showing the bottom half. I'm not even adding the hands yet. Okay? So I want to step with your left foot first. I'm going to shift, pull the spine, and let everything drop into here, right? Let this go. Just let all the tension go. So this leg is free, left leg is free, and unfold. Small step, shift, release the spine and pull the spine to the left. Right? Let this fold and turn. Pick the foot straight up and then unfold. I'm not even looking down, I'm just letting it unfold, and it's almost perfect, almost exactly. Right? And then up and from there. Now we want to connect the palms. So we're practicing feeling, we're practicing relaxing and Sung, but feeling with just the surface of the palms. So just picking up and holding that chi and helping it to activate. And it's like having that compressor, right, to power and lift the legs. So if you don't use the hands, it's all muscle. If you need to have more resistance training, don't use the hands. But if you're trying to understand the Tai Chi and develop all the skills, then you have to activate over here just with that stretch, that light stretch. Relax here, let everything fall. Okay? The hands can move up and down, that helps. But if the hands are stationary, you have to just expand. So when the hands are here, you have to activate the palms. So the hands are down, right? They're not going to help the legs by moving, but you can still activate and stretch the palms. Okay? Just alive. And that makes that move a little lighter, but it just has to pivot. So you really don't need a lot of help picking up the legs, but now is where you need help picking up the legs. Okay? So come up, stretch the back of the knee, breathe in, and So expand the palms, relax the shoulders, relax the elbows, start to feel like you're gathering up the chi. And the first movement is picking up, right? The commencing, picking up, extending, and you have to sink into the legs. Come up and then sink together from here. So we look at this first movement. As I pick up my hands, I want to stretch the fingertips. I want to hold the chi with my palms, come up to the top, and as I sink, that's when I sink down. Bring it to my heart. And my hands, you can see from my hands, they just sink into place. Right? They're not far away. They sink. You want everything resting on the rib cage. The elbows are in front of the body. And the wrist drops. You can see this movement here. And you're holding and stretching. So the legs are relaxed. Right? So you have to relax the hip, the knees, and the bottom of the feet have to be totally relaxed. So what are we doing? We're pulling the chi up from the earth, right? And then letting it sink down. So if you pull the chi up from the earth, right, you're creating a vacuum. Right? You're displacing the earth chi. So you pull the chi up. If your legs are totally relaxed and the chi in the body, right, can flow down, you're creating the vacuum. So my legs feel heavy. So to begin this process, right, if you don't feel that, then the first step is to imagine your legs heavy, 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 pressing on the earth, sinking. Relax the bottom of the feet, let everything go. But just imagine them heavy, sinking. And just practice that first movement. Pulling the chi up, the legs are relaxed but heavy, heavy, heavy. Breathing in and then right here, right, the palms can help you to rise. If you want, you can press the knees back again to reset, breathing in and perfect height. Just learn to let go a little bit. Practice that first move again. Right? Relax the bottom of the feet, relax all the joints, let everything go, let the hips go, let all this tension go. And as you breathe in, imagine the legs heavy, heavy, heavy. Breathing in, fingertips pulling the body forward a little bit. Legs are heavy, 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 sinking. Just that first movement, just studying that first movement. Learning how to let go. One more time. Let go of all the joints, right? Let everything go. Unlock, unlock, unlock. Relax the bottom of the feet. Legs are heavy, 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 sinking, pressing into the earth. Breathing in, commencement. Legs heavy, heavy, heavy. So just that first movement. Okay? So now you're holding the chi. And now you need to step up with your left foot. So when you're breaking it down, you can come to here and then you can sink a little bit more and shift. But if you're doing continuous, as you're coming down, you want to start pulling the spine and shifting already. Okay, so that's the difference. So eventually from here, right, as you sink, you want to be spiraling into your right leg, letting it fold and releasing. And then the hands, right, help to pick up the left leg while you're sinking into the right and unfold. And then now you gotta pull, release, and pull the spine to the left. Yeah, you gotta, my pigeon comes out. Coming out, right? The hands helping to carry and then sinking while you're turning, allowing this to fold so the right leg can release, picking it up, bringing it in, and stepping down, and then coming back to center. and holding with the palm and then coming out and back and sinking. And then that open and close. So there's a lot going on. Right? And now rising, just like your hands are resting on the railing to help you rise. You just feel there's something there. So when you're first learning, right, this is beginner, right? You let your body turn. Eventually your upper body doesn't have to turn, but you don't give up this fold. So this is number one, learning how to fold, letting this fold, letting it sit, and removing that resistance. If it doesn't fold, right, you can feel how the muscle expands down towards the knee, right? So that's pushing force, resistance into the knee. If the knee is back, it's not too bad. But if the knee is forward, right, too far forward, that pressure, that force that's going into the kneecap, that's where we injure the knee. So that's why they'll say the guidelines are, oh, don't let the knee pass the toe. But that's too far, right? It really sits back. That's a guideline. What they really have to do is let this fold, not just fold forward, but it has to turn and sit, right? And then this will sit back, right? Your glutes, your hips will come back. The bottom of your feet can be relaxed. You let this turn. The more you let the body turn and sit, and instead of the whole muscle expand, you can feel that strength being taken up in the center. Right? It starts to isolate. This side is fully free. If you don't use your hands, if you don't use the palms, then you can pick up the other leg, but you have to muscle it up. If you learn to pull and manipulate with this hand, that helps to pick up the leg. Okay, so back to you. Run through this beginning. So just the first three movements. Oh, there's so much. Everything's in there. Just the first three movements. Right, so feet together, just the preparation, right? Stimulating the kidney channel so it flows up the center. We want to relax the kidneys, relax the liver. We want to smile. Right? Smile at the whole body. Let everything go. So that first movement is letting everything go. And then coming up and gathering, and to expand our senses, our imagination, flowing through our body, connecting, flushing, and then feeling when everything connects. That's when you rise. Just do one time, and flexing the knees back so we can stretch the back of the legs gently. There should be no pain. And then We want to open the left foot first, so we sink and spiral into the right. And as soon as you feel the left foot free, it can turn 45. Release the spine, pull the spine to the left. And as soon as you feel the right foot free, you can open 45. Release the spine, come back to center. Rise again. Breathe in and So most people won't have that extra breath that I'm adding in, right? So that's up to you. Put it in, but if you do it, it's that stretch. We're building it right into the set. Relax the legs. And in the beginning, train the legs heavy, heavy, heavy. Later on, you don't have to do that, or it'll feel different. So relax the shoulders, the elbows, the wrist, and start expanding the palm. Relax the bottom of the feet. The legs are heavy. And when you're ready, as you breathe in, pull the chi up, heavy, heavy legs. Bring it to your heart. And as the hands fall, you sink into position. Sinking and folding into the right hip. Freeing the left foot with the palms unfolding. And step. Release the spine and pull the spine to the left. The hands help to sink. Keep on turning, folding into the left. Bring the right heel up. Hands rubbing against the rib cage. Out and back. Unopen and close. Lift the sternum. Closing, just the first three move. Lift the sternum and press. Feel everything fill, the whole body fill. And then, as if the hands are lightly bracing on a counter or tabletop or something, helping the body to rise. We need to bring the leg back, so we need to shift and fold into the right. Just activating the palms a little so the left foot can come back. Press the knees back and excuse me. So even the closing, right? The closing replicates the beginning, that general stretch, and we would end with the gathering. Okay? So we just do the first three movements. I'm going to face you again, and then I'll turn around. I'll give us two more times. So from the preparation, so you can see the value, right? I was joking how, because I learned the 108 and I'm studying this, I personally, I just reject learning all the short forms, the 8, the 10, the 24. I'll learn the 24 a little bit, the others, but I can study just one movement or three movements all day, whether it's the Sun or the Yang set. Yeah, funny, yeah. But that shows you, if you allow yourself to explore and relax, that there's a lot of value. You can just do one or two movements and study so much. All right, so feet together, right? Relax the bottom of the feet, allowing the body to align, allowing the breath to relax, the stomach to relax, the breath to sink, connecting sun through the top of the head, the sun here. All of these things in the beginning. Sung, relaxing, expanding, tucking the tailbone in. Before we even move, we have this little meditation, calming the body down, calming the mind down. Right? And then releasing, learning to gather from above, connecting and flowing from the feet up through the spine, over the head, up into the heavens, down through the body. Clearing all the meridians, stretching the back of the leg, breathing in and shifting and turning and sinking into the right so the left can open. Shifting, turning, folding into the left so the right can open. Coming back to center. One more time, breathing in, gently allowing the back of the knees to stretch and activating the palms, stretching the fingers, dropping, taking as many little breaths as you need to make sure you're calm, and then begin breathing in. Right now, legs are heavy, relaxing the bottom of the feet, sinking, shifting to your right, same direction as me, freeing the left, picking it straight up, holding with the palms. Release the spine, then pull the spine, sinking, pull the spine. Let yourself fold and sink into the hip. Sink. Relax the hip, breathe in, legs are heavy, and up. Sink. Lift the sternum and down. Shift to your right, hold. Bring the left foot back. Breathe in. And then one more time, my back to you. And then we'll do the next three movements. Okay, so reviewing preparation, exhale. Now inhale. You can feel the ankles gently touching. You can imagine the energy flowing up through the body. Rising when you're ready. Sinking into your right, letting it fold so your left can open. Sinking into your left. So the right is free and can open 45. Coming back to center, rising, breathing in. Press the knees back gently and waking up, stretching the fingers and palms. Heavy legs. Breathing in, feeling the legs sink into the earth as you pull and displace the chi up. Sink. Shift into the right. Release. Release the left. Unfold. Take your time. Let the body turn. Release the right. Hands rubbing against the rib cage. Open and close. And just hold it right here. We're going to move to single whip. So to free the right, we have to shift to the left and fold into the left. So we have to pull the spine to the left, sink into the left hip, let the body turn. Now the right foot is free. And now we can rotate back to the right. Feel the palms helping to pick up the right leg. Just unfold. Sink and press. Pull the palms forward. Release the spine so you can open and it rises. Release the right leg so you have to shift back to the left and turn and fold into the left. Dropping the right hand, but the palms are holding on to help pick up the right. Now one saw. So the whole one saw, we're practicing shifting and folding into one joint to release the other leg. We're practicing using the palms to help hold the leg up. So it's not quite so physical. You have to sink into the joints. You can practice pulling the spine, releasing the spine. Pulling the spine, releasing the spine. Pulling the spine, bring the left leg back, and bring the hands back to center, and just let the body oscillate as you do an open and close. And then we're going to repeat on the left side. So to free the left foot, you shift to the right, let the body turn and fold. Left leg is free, you can step out. Now if you shift back and turn, and pull and press. Pull the spine to the left, and as you release the spine, single. Sink into the hip. Pull your body back to the right, turn and fold. You fold into the right, let the body turn so the left leg is released. Now you can rotate 45 to the left. The left hand helps to pick up the left foot and step out while the right hand drops and keep on turning. I'm sorry, let's do that again. Step forward instead of to the side. So single whip on the left first. Turn, free the left foot so you can step out. Release, pull the spine to the left. Single, release the spine, pull. Sit back on the right, turn. Left foot up, to the side. Release. Step. Release the spine. Sinking into the right hip. Using feeling the palms connect with the legs to help pick up the leg and set the leg down. Sink into the left hip. Release. Just take one more step. Feel the shoulders and the hips release. Pull the spine. Release the right leg, bring it in. Release. And come back to center. Open and close. And out. Just looking at the first 6 movements. So making every movement valuable. So let's see, I'll face you while we do we'll repeat let's see. We'll do it from the beginning. I'll face you from the beginning. So we have time to review all of that. So even if we're only doing 1 or 3 or 6, right, there's a lot of value in that. So reviewing just preparatory, right, ankles touching, take a breath, relax, and then let everything go. Exhale. Once you start, everything is connected. Everything has purpose. Feeling when you're going to start rising. Stretch the knees back. Press the knees back. Stretch the back of the leg and let go. Open your left. Right? And then mirror. And open the right. Let the body turn. So as you refine the movements, the upper body won't turn quite as much. Relax. Breathe in. Legs heavy. Sink into your right. Start pulling the spine as you come down a little. Releasing the left. Feeling your palms helping to hold the leg up. Release. All the way down. Right leg catches up. Steps up. Out. And relax the bottom of the feet. Relax the legs. Expand. Shift to your left. You have to turn. Allow it to turn. To free the right. Then you can turn back. Later on, that turn will be really subtle. Sink. Step. Press. And open. Sink. Fold into the left so you can step to the right. Use the hands with the leg. Take your time. Relax the joints. Relax the shoulder. First time. Release the hips. Release the shoulders. Second time. Follow the upper hand. Train the eyes. Train the chi to come out of your eyes. Train the intent. And third time. Come back to center. Open and close. And step to the left, so you have to shift, turn to the right, let the body turn to free the leg. Then you can step, then you can turn back. Sorry, small little changes in movement. Okay? Like I could have turned, sometimes I turn when the leg is still up. Okay? So I have to turn here, and then I can turn back. Turn, fold, sink into the left hip. Watch the players, really nice. Right? And you get caught up by looking at the upper body and the palms. Take a second and look at the hip joint. Watch how much they fold and sink into the hip joint to be able to release that leg. Come back to center. Breathe in. Release, and you decide when you're going to just kind of flex the leg muscles and use the hands to help you rise. to turn a little, to bring that leg back and close. So release, back. You can bring the legs back together if you want. Press the knees back and let go. Press the knees back, breathe in and ha. Okay, and then loosen everything up, open and close. Yeah. So everything has value, right? When you practice like this, every movement has value. Every movement has a purpose. If you don't know, ask. You don't always get the answer, but don't throw away the movements too early. When you understand them and you find something better, yeah, that's the time to improve the set, improve. So the name of the Kung Fu Club actually alludes to that when the teacher named our Qigong Kung Fu Club. It's talking about improving. Right? Don't just hang on to it for the sake of hanging on to it. It has to have purpose to it. So allow it to improve, allow it to cultivate yourself. But everything, using that philosophy, everything has a purpose. So from the very beginning, right, just from getting ready, you're looking at so many things. You're practicing Sung. Sung is important, right? Relaxing, alignment in the movement, how to shift, letting this fold, right? Adding these little stretches, right? Little stretches and learning to falling, letting to just let go, unlock, right? So you get that perfect height. If you feel that tension, that's not the perfect height because you need to release a little bit more. So you're practicing all of that from the beginning. Um, yeah, we just end here. Yeah, that's enough for today. We'll take a break next week and then we'll come back and let everybody enjoy their Labor Day. And bring the hands together and just releasing, stretching, reaching up way high into the sky and flowing through the top of the head, connecting the sun to your sun, smiling from the heart, an inner smile, inner glow, feeling the connection with your palms, and then we'll do the bell. We'll close with the bell meditation. So just relax the legs. Again, your eyes don't have to be totally shut. Just a little relaxed. Sink the breath down. Check that you're relaxed. Chest is open. Heart is open. Connect the sun in the sky, flowing through the top of your head to your sun. Tip of the tongue and the roof of your mouth. Any distractions, acknowledge them and then let them go. a nice deep breath. Let everything go. Slowly open your eyes. Slowly move around. Rub your hands together. Warm up your eyes. Slowly brush your scalp with your fingertips. Just the pads of your fingers. Center to outside, front to back 3 times. And then tap. I don't think it comes through, but it's really heavy rain outside right now, stormy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Over here,
yeah, I have to go and check what the radar actually looks like. I'm expecting it to stop, but actually I don't mind, as long as it doesn't flood. It's kind of nice to get rain and water.
Actually, it's very overcast over here.
Yeah, it was. Earlier it was dark. About 7:30, 8 o'clock. I thought, wow, it's really dark. When I first got up. I think it's just these small patches of rain showers coming in and out. Thank you, Susie, again for another Sunday. Yeah, we'll both take a break next Sunday.
Okay, so Janet and Amy, Randy is taking a break, next weekend.
Yeah, we'll take the Labor Day.
2 Sundays from now.
Yeah. Oh, and then just reminder, we forgot to remind everybody else, but registration. Yeah, so summer session has this week. Summer session is ending, so everybody needs to re-register for classes, including the Sunday class, right? They want you to register.
Registration is all this coming week, Monday through Friday, and then regular registration is the following week.
Yeah. So check your emails. Check your emails on that. Yeah. Thank you, Amy. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Good to see your face. You, Randy, and Yvonne.
Thank you again.
Take care.
I'm so hungry. My stomach has been growling. It's like, oh, I gotta go find food.